What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 with me, the Virtual Mechanic. And today's build is a beautiful BMW M2 G87, and we've gone for the M Performance Edition. This is one of the latest mods by Lit. There is a couple more. We will be getting around to them, don't worry. But before we jump into anything, I have a members section now, so click the join button below. £2.99 a month, £2.99 a month, or whatever that is in your local currency. And what you get with that is you get a little badge next to your name, some custom emojis, and you also get access to the Virtual Mechanic Discord channel, where I will be posting all of my custom configs and liveries for you to pop into your own game if you want to have them. That is going to be the only place to get them from here on out. We will not be uploading them to the Steam Workshop, unfortunately. Is a little perk for my lovely followers, and most importantly, it does support me just that extra little bit. Just £2.99 a month. If you can afford that, absolutely fantastic. If you can't, I completely understand. Just carry on watching. It is a great way to support the channel anyway. And as we're on that topic, well, congratulations, well done, and a massive thank you to Disturbed XDM as our first ever channel member. You, sir, are an absolute hero. Thank you so much for joining. But let's get on to this beautiful build. This is the BMW M2 G87, and as I said, we've gone for the M Performance Edition. Now, I did adjust the config just a little bit. I didn't actually change much. All I did was add the junkyard to it. That's the only part not available, so additionally, from standard, you only get the salon and the auction house, which only puts it in the nice auction house. And I don't like to buy them from the nice auction house. I like to buy them from the bad auction house where we have some work. So what I did was add the junkyard, and that adds it to the junkyard and to the bad auction house. So if you want to do that, just go into your config files of the one you want to build. And obviously we went for the M Performance and add junkyard to the representative line. But anyway, let's get on with this. It's not in awful condition. It's pretty nice. Did we get a good deal? Yes. Yes, we did, and I'm very happy about that because it doesn't happen very often. We bought it for 49,822, and we could sell it for 56,169, making 6,347 before we even begin. And I'm very happy about that. The engine in this one is the i6 S55 twin turbo engine from the BMW DLC. A fantastic looking engine just in there, looking beautiful. Cannot wait to get stuck in and make some custom colors and things to go on that one and make it look as cool as we can, as well as fast as we can, so we can get it onto our brand new 1/4 mile drag strip speeder board. At the moment, the Panzos Esperante is in top spots, and I think it might stay there for a little while, with the RX4 VM edition in second. That may not stay there for a while with a 10.843 to the 1/4 mile. How will this BMW do today? There is only one way to find out. You're going to stick around to the end to see that one. But let's get started. Let's get it over to the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. In the car wash with the beautiful M2. Let's get it cleaned and see what colour it is underneath that dust and grime. Bit of a jumpy game there, but never mind. What colour are you? You are a metallic-y blue sort of colour. I quite like the blue, especially with all these little black accents. That might be something we stick with. Lots of carbon fibre on there as well. That's looking good. I'm hoping all of the M Performance parts are going to add a bit of carbon fibre. It's looking nice, but let's get the interior done. Get this beast back on the lifter. Get the engine ripped out of there and get everything else stripped down. First things first, do we need to drain the oil from the M2? We do. It has definitely got an oil pan in there, so let's get all of that drained out. See whether it's dirty, clean, and how much is in there. That's not bad. Definitely on the dirtier side, but not bad. And there's plenty of it in there. A well-looked-after engine, in my opinion. But let's get in underneath, and let's get started with this beautiful car by taking out the lovely little starter. Out you come, nice and simple. We do have a bit of clipping under here. I don't think there's much we can do about that with the height of this one. The engine, as we saw just a minute ago, is already right up next to the hood, so I don't think we can really adjust that without making the engine smaller, which I don't want to do. So let's get the drive shaft out. No rusty bolts on this. As I said, it is in quite nice condition, realistically. I think this one was just in a bit of a bad accident, hence why it was in the bad auction house. But never mind. Out with the gearbox. Do we need to take any more out? Can we take any of this out? Does it need to come out? I don't think so. Let's get it back down on the ground. We will find out in just a second when we grab that engine crane and see if we have got everything to rip this engine out of here. I know I didn't do this engine too long ago, so I should know, but I'll be honest, I can't remember. Let's give it a go. No, that's everything on it. Nice and easy. That is what we like. Crane put away. What have we got inside the engine bay? First off, is there anything missing? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we've got absolutely everything for this build, which is fantastic. So we've got at the front here a radiator with a fan housing kit on there. We've got 2 additional radiators down the sides without fan housing kits, a medium intercooler at the front there, 2 air filters, 1 on either side, the fuse box just up here, coolant reservoir, wishy-washy reservoir, brake servo just there, and the power steering reservoir. We've got ABS pump and module, ECU Type A, and our lovely little battery up there with our fuel tank and fuel pump just down the back. Looking fantastic. So we've got plenty to get started with on this one. We need to start getting everything out, but first off, we need to drain some liquids. So right-click, additional tools, drain tool, click and hold in whichever container you want to drain the liquids from, and you get that lovely little plunger pulling it all out. We're going to get on and get the rest of these all done, get all of this stripped out, including all of the suspension, and then when we come back, it'll be time to work on this beautiful bodywork. I'll see you in a moment. That's everything for the engine and suspension repaired, replaced or upgraded. It's now time to work on this beautiful bodywork. Now, a few of these parts are M parts only. Like that is an M part. This is an M part. The hood, we've got a few options to play around with. We'll see them in a bit. But some of these M parts, if we can repair them, we will be repairing them today as we go on. Off with the windshield. We've got side skirts down here. Don't forget them. Lovely doors, mirrors and windows there. The body window, out you come. Oh, these rear right fenders. There is a couple of options for them, so we'll check out them in a moment. Then we've got the M2 trunk. Does grab the spoiler as well. We've got car part 4, which is the little fin and spoiler just at the top there. There's some options for that one. Rear window, out you come. Tail light, out you come. And then the exhaust section. I don't know which one that is, but there is a couple of M options for in there. Rear fenders are what they are, and car part 2 are lovely side skirts. They are the M Sport versions. Interior-wise, what have we got in here at the moment? Let's have a look. So the rear bench is just part of the frame. And then I believe these are the M4 GTS seats. They're looking awesome. And that's the M4 GTS steering wheel. Yes, it is. We will be keeping them in there as well. Oh, I forgot a rear body window. Let's grab you. And that should be... Oh, hello, engine cover. Let's get you out of there. I nearly missed that piece. And I think that should be everything. Let's have a look. Don't want that screen. 1% on there. And nothing showing up on there. So we really have got everything. Now, the car I bought for $49,822 and could sell the frame for a very small amount, which I'm surprised about. But the frame is at 18%. So I'm going to say today we are at... Oh, 2,600. I was way off on this beautiful M2, but there we go. That's all of it. Let's jump into the shop very quickly and have a look at what we've got. As I said, we'll be looking at these 2 because we're going to be sticking with most of the M Performance parts. Side skirts are fixed M Performance. And where's the other one? I must have just missed it. That roof spoiler is an M Performance one, so we'll be definitely sticking with that one. Then we've got 2 M Performance exhausts that we'll be looking at as we go in. Engine covers, we can check out a couple of them, see how they look as they go in on there. M Performance front bumper, M Performance fenders. Hoods, we can check out as many of them as we want. So with the headlights... Couldn't get my words out there. We do have an official M Performance mirror, but I quite like the look of some of these, so we'll be trying some of them on and a couple of different tail lights. We do have an M Performance rear bumper that we'll definitely be sticking with, and the body fenders, they are just what they are. We're not going with the Avanti wide body ones. It might ruin the rest of the body kit, and then the rest down here, apart from the trunks, is just stuff we've already looked at. So we've got an M badged trunk, a no badged, well, just the BMW badge trunk and a no badge trunk. We'll be going with the M badge one. So let's go and repair what we can repair. Nice and easy. You come into here. Normally you can do it on this, but because I've got the quality of life mod, I set this up as my paint shop. So I just come back over here and we can repair body parts here. And let's start getting some of these pieces back on. Now, we did repair the front bumper, M Performance front bumper, so back on you go. Did we get these fenders repaired? We did indeed. I literally only just did it, and I can't remember. That's what you get for talking over yourself as you're doing it. Side skirts, definitely got them repaired in there and in there. These rear fenders, they are just what they are. Oh, jumpy game, so that's going back on. And we didn't repair that one, so we need a replacement of them. Did we get this piece? We did repair this piece. There we go. On you go, back on. And what about the trunk? No, we couldn't repair the trunk. So now let's get into the shop and start buying a few of these pieces. We're going to start with that beautiful hood. So let's scroll up to the hoods. The basic hood is the basic hood. I think an M Sport doesn't want a basic hood. I quite like these ones here. So I'm going to have a look at this one, and this one. And we'll see what they look like. That was the wrong button. So start off with that Speed Hunters one there. Massive dip in the front. That's looking quite nice. Maybe we'll go with that one. Back off you come. Let's try option number 2, which was hood. We'll go with hood C, so we keep it in a relative order. with the black vented hood there. That looks quite cool. As they carbon as well. They are carbon, so that goes with the rest of this. This has all got carbon fiber on it, so that's looking nice. Option number 3 for us today is... I've forgotten which way around we're doing it. That Avanti one there. That's got a big lip in the middle. I'm not a bigger fan of that one, so for me, it's between the Speed Hunters and the first Avanti hood. What do you think? This hood here, hood C or hood E? I'm feeling like hood C. I think that one looks the best with the vents going in. Yes, we'll go with that one for the time being. We might swap it out a little bit later on. Headlights up next. What have we got? Where are we? So we've got headlight B and headlight A. I'm not sure what the difference is, so I'm just going to open that hood. We're going to buy one of each for that left side and see what the difference is. So in we go with the normal one. It just gives you some cabling up there. I'm sure there's more inside the frame. But let's try this second one and see what that looks like. Hood light B. Still gives you the same. All right, okay. So let's buy the A for the right side. Going the wrong way. A for the right side and see what the difference is between the two of them. In you go. Oh, that's got all the lights on and that's got them all a bit dimmed. So we're going to go with the A's, I feel like there. That looks quite nice. Out you come. And let's just get the A1 back in there. Nice and simple. Now let's go with the engine cover. There was 3 options. Where are we? Scrolling all the way back up. Can't remember where they are. 1, 2, and 3. Let's just get them on and see what they look like. Cover A is the first one. That's just in like your basic black metal. Okay, it is what it is. Black metal. That sounds like it could be a genre of music. On to option B. That's the carbon fiber, so that's probably what we're going to go with. And let's just have a quick look at option C and see what's going on there. In you go, option C. Oh, that's a sticker bombed one. I've never been a big fan of sticker bombing myself, but there we go. So we won't be using that one. Out you come, and in we go. Definitely going to be using that B carbon fiber one there. That looks great. Back down with the hood. Let's get on. So windshield and doors were up next. Where is the windshield? That's the rear window windshield. And then I didn't really check the doors earlier. I don't even... Oh, they're just what they are. So we'll just buy one of them and buy one of them. We'll get the door windows while we're here as well. And the body windows. Where's the other body window? There it is. And we might as well grab the rear window while we're here. So let's get all of that on. In you go. On there. And then let's have a look at the mirror options. We really should have bought that fender while we were there. In fact, we'll just do that now. Grab that one so we don't miss it. Come off of that. Clear that. There we go. And what do we want to look at? Let's have a look at the mirrors. Now, there's the M Performance ones, which we should realistically be going for. But this one here looks quite cool with a little camera on it. So we'll buy that one. I like the look of this one here. And I also like the look of this one here. And we'll see how they look with this beast of a body kit on there. So we'll start with the mirror one, the camera one. I mean, that's just looking quite cool, isn't it? I like the look of that. It's just like a little camera in there. I'm assuming there'll be a screen in there somewhere. Do we actually have the screen? No, but we pretend that we'll set one up on there if we were to use them. It's a bit thin, isn't it? Maybe not. We won't go with that one. Let's get that one off. It looks cool. Maybe a certain build we would try that one, but not today. Then we're going to go with the E. I like the look of this one. It's a bit chunkier. It's just got a bit more to it. And also, it is all in the carbon fiber, so that looks quite nice. Again, I don't like it. It looks like some sort of recorded camera rig. Maybe not. Oh, went too quick for the game there. Back on, and let's try F, which is this last one here with the curvy outy mirror. Again, that's a bit small. This has got a big bulky looking sort of thing. So I went through all of that, and we're just going to stick with the M Sport mirrors as they were. So let's grab you, and let's find the other one. There it is, and let's grab you, and then let's just get them on there. Back to how they should be with the M Sport. We'll put that fender on as we are here as well. Down we go, and on we go with the M Sport. Down the back, rear window, we did already buy that, so let's get you in. Trunk, we couldn't quite repair that one, so I think we're just going to stick with the M badge. This is an M badged car, so we're going to go with that one. It looks pretty cool anyway. Spoiler, we did have 2 options for that, so let's scroll back up to the top. We'll buy both of them. One's a big old spoiler like is currently on it, and one is just a little sort of ducktail, dovetail, whatever you want to call that one. Is that sort of fitting with the build? Are we liking the big one? Let's take it off. It kind of matches in with that and looks quite nice, so we'll see. Go back on with the big one. What do you prefer, the big ironing board spoiler or the little lip? I think we're going to go with the little lip just to make it look a little bit different, a little bit standard, a little bit more custom. Is it carbon fiber? It is carbon fiber, so that does all fit in there. Now, oh, car part 5. I didn't even see car part 5. Where's car part 5 hiding? Oh, car part 5. I think we just go for the normal one as we haven't got the Avanti wide body kit on there. So let's get you on. In you go. Didn't even see that piece. Rear bumper. Yeah, didn't think we had that one, but just wanted to make sure. Definitely going for the M Performance rear bumper on there. Nice and easy. In you go. And then tail lights. We did have a couple of options for tail lights. We'll go with both of them and just see. I mean, I can see what the difference is. This one, oh, I can't see what the difference is. That's a glowy red. Let's take you out and let's put the alternative one in and see what it is. On with the B, and that's a dull. We'll go with the glow because we've got a bit of glow on at the front, and I quite like it. So we want the left tail light. Where have you gone? The standard one. It looks duller in the pictures, but actually it's got a lovely little glow on it. So we'll keep that one, and we'll put that one back on there. We've got some blank license plates just to fill it in for the time being. We'll come to the... I grabbed both. Do we even need both? We don't need both. We haven't got a front license plate. As for the exhaust, we did say there was 2 options. If I could remember where they were, here we go. We're going to stick with the M Performance ones because obviously they're going to fit perfectly with this rear bumper. First one is a B, and this is the standard one. Oh, it's black sheet, carbon sheathing around there. Oh, that's looking pretty cool. What's the other option? Come off of there, and oh, I already bought it, so we don't need to do that one. In we go. Second option is the Avanti M Performance. And what? Oh, you don't fit. So we won't be using that one. We'll be sticking with the standard M Performance one. If I could get it into the right mode. There we go. Standard M Performance. You fit absolutely perfectly and look very nice with your carbon sheaths around there. Maybe we'll keep all this chrome work. We shall see as we go on a little bit later on. Now on to the interior, and I am just keeping it as it was. It's a great set of interior anyway, so we're just going to add that all to our shopping list as it is. Come out of this mode, go into the interiors, press our little tab button, and just make sure we go and buy the exact stuff we need. That one there, and that one there. Let's get you in, and then double check we have got everything. You know me, there is always some parts I miss. Make sure I get the right ones back in. And then on with that steering wheel in there. And let's see, did we get everything for the beautiful M Sport? 100%, 100%, 100%. We definitely did. Looking fantastic. Let's get this beast into the paint shop and pick some nice colours for it. In the paint shop with this meaner looking BMW M2 M Sport Edition. Looking absolutely fantastic. Loving that one. So let's see what we've got for factory colours on this. A lovely light blue. I mean, it does look fantastic in that light blue. I just don't like the solid finish. For me, it just ruins it just a little bit. Then we got a gloss white. The dull white, I would call that. It's not quite full white. It doesn't look like it. Then a medium black. A dull, very dark red. Actually, that looks quite nice. Maybe. We shall see. Then this gloss metallic blue, the one that came on it. Then a matte sort of dark grey. I'm not the biggest fan of that. And then this beautiful matte blue, which looks absolutely fantastic. I am loving that. I think that looks absolutely beautiful. So I think that's what we're going to stick with. Now, is that line around there because I've used the wrong hood? We will check that a little bit later on. That's definitely the colour I'm going to go with. Do we have any liveries? There are no liveries on this one. 237 88 56. I'm going to get the bolts. There we go. Already set up. Matching that colour. Looking fantastic. Now, obviously, they won't be matte, so they probably won't be as dark as that. So we may darken them a little bit later on. But as for the time being, let's just get all of that on. Looking absolutely beautiful. That is a lovely colour. Absolutely fantastic looking colour. I am loving that. Now, one thing I do want to do is this little bit here is just in sort of like a gloss black. So we're going to take that one off, try and give it some colour. I'm not sure what to do with this exhaust. I like the chrome tips, but I don't like the big metal chunk underneath it. So we'll see if we can add some colour to that. The rest of this already got carbon fibre on it. It's all looking fantastic. So we're going to leave all of that as it is. And we are going to try and change something on these seats. Are we? They actually look... There's a little bit of chrome in there, so that's keeping out. Steering wheel, I think we'll leave as it is. But I do want to just... I don't like the material on these seats, if I'm being truly honest. So we're going to try and do something with that. In you go there. That's adding a bit of extra colour under there. I'm liking that one. How is this turned out? If we put you on. That's quite a close match with the carbon fibre. So we'll leave that as it is. And the other piece was just the one painted seat. How did that turn out? Does it look good inside the car? And does it kind of... Oh, that looks better. It's sort of a bit of a closer grey to the steering wheel. Plus, you've got the carbon back, and you do lose that chrome bit on there. So we get the other one of them done, get all of this back on the lifter, and start getting it all back together. That's everything painted, ready to go on our beautiful M2. The suspension's already in, the engine bay's full. We just need to go and build that beautiful engine. But let's have a look at this engine bay first. We've got the air filters in carbon fibre, the fan housing kit in carbon fibre with the fans in the body blue and the radiator in the body blue as well. Up to the top, the fuse box is in a lovely little carbon fibre as well. Coolant reservoir not painted, power steering reservoir, brake servo and wishy-washy reservoir all not painted, along with our performance ECU Type A, ready for tuning a bit later on. We've got the ABS pump in a blue, the module in a black, and then our lovely blue bolts just on there. Batteries in, the trays in blue, brackets in blue, and then the support rods are in a lovely little carbon fibre, just looking quite nice. Liking that all in the engine bay. If we just stand outside, it's all looking pretty good. It all matches in. The clips on the air intake are also a lovely little blue as well. Let's nip on to underneath. We've got a few little red splashes in here, looking very nice. We've got carbon fibre brake shields again, looking good. Blue knuckle, blue cross member, black, and a little bit of red on the support arms there, looking nice. Carbon fibre shock, blue sway bar end link, and a red sway bar, just to give us a bit more of a performance feel, with the beautiful TKAftermarket performance brakes in that lovely matching red, along with all of the bushings in there, and the radiators and this medium intercooler all in that blue from the front. Down the back, very similar, blue on the cross member, blue on the knuckle, and then steel black everywhere else with some red bushings, looking nice. Carbon fibre on the little shock setup, and then a carbon fibre shock there. Black, steel or black on the drive axle, and then obviously the brake calipers in that beautiful red. Fuel tanks in carbon fibre, along with a red fuel pump on there, and it's all looking pretty good. I love this front end. If we just put a little bit of torch on it, you can see most of the blue, and then just a little bit of red through there as well. It is looking very, very nice. But now, let's go and build that twin-turbo i6 engine ready to go. Oil pans in carbon fibre. Block is in a steel black and the body-coloured blue. The head's in a steel black and a body-coloured blue as well. But we managed to keep the performance red running up through the middle. That's why we kept the fuel filter in the red as well. 2 camshafts, one either side. 7 camshaft caps per camshaft. So make sure you don't miss any of them. A lot of people miss these front ones. They're quite hard to see sometimes. So make sure you're putting 14 in and you'll be all right. 6 spark plugs, 6 ignition coils painted in the steel black on there. And then just down here, we got timing chain shoe A, timing chain shoe B, and timing chain shoe C, along with the timing chain and 2 cam gears. But let's get on and get the rest of this all together, starting with a beautiful water pump, which is in the body blue, and a splash of steel black on there as well. Crankshaft pulley is also in that blue and black. Just a little bit of black in the center there. And then the AC compressor, blue and black, looking very nice. When we pop it in the car, the bolts will all go blue, so we'll check that one out a little bit later. Alternator is in a straight up steel black, looking quite nice with its elements underneath all visible. And the water pump pulley is in a steel black as well, keeping up with that theme, looking quite nice. Our older idle rollers in this today are matched in with that performance red, and they are looking very, very nice. If you want to see how to do that, there is a members only engine build and paint, so you see me paint the whole thing and ready to go, looking awesome. If you aren't a member, there is an easy way. Just click the join below. $2.99 a month. Nice and simple. There are a few other perks as well, as we mentioned at the beginning of the video. Belts are just blacked out. Belt tensioner is in a lovely little carbon fibre. If I could get a better view of it, let's try and do that again. Hard to see, but there it is. Little carbon fibre weave on there, looking nice. Oil filter just up here, which we've just done in that steel black. Intake manifold is in a beautiful blue. Absolutely love that. I think it looks fantastic. And then we've got our throttle down here, which is in a steel black and red. Red on the inside and that little plate in red there. But that little plate doesn't match everything else, which is a bit of a shame. But I wanted to keep a little splash of red on there. Before we do the intercooler, let's get the engine head cover on in that lovely blue. Looking fantastic. That body match colour is so beautiful. I love this colour. I'm glad it was added in as like a stock option. Fuel rail, in we go. We got that in the performance red with a little bit of black on there, just on the connecting parts. Looking good. And then our intercooler is in blue, steel black, and keeping that performance red on there as well, just for an extra little splash. Also in the banding, looking very nice. Now onto our exhaust manifold slash turbos. They are in blue and steel black. I wanted to try and get blue and a bit of red on there, but I couldn't get that to go red because you can't pick two made colours. And there is a normal red, but it's a lot brighter than this red that we went for up here. So I didn't want to kind of ruin that with that a little bit, but on with the other one. Looking beautiful. And let's just get the last little bits in. Intercooler pipe B, red and steel black, going over the top, looking lovely. Intercooler pipe A, exactly the same, looking beautiful in my opinion. And then our engine cover is in steel black with the badging all in blue, except for the M badge, which we managed to keep the stripe colours in. Looking fantastic. There is the twin turbo i6. Let's get it dropped into the BMW and see what it looks like. Engine crane's over. Let's get it dropped in. Hopefully, this is going to look pretty awesome. Let's get the crane put away. Take a look at that. Is the red too much? I mean, did you think the red was too much underneath? Just a few little splashes. Maybe it is a bit over the top. But let's go into photo mode and have a much better view of this red up here and all the stuff. That is looking pretty good. Let's put our low quality torch on and just adjust the setting so it stays in place. I like that. I think that's looking beautiful in there, especially with all the body matchness. It looks so good. And then we've got our blue bolts, which a lot of the times are blue on blue, so they're quite hard to see. But it still looks pretty good nonetheless. Liking that. Very pleased with that. Let's get it up in the air. Torch off. Let's get the gearbox and drive shaft in and get this beautiful BMW all finished off and ready to go drag racing. So let's jump in. Not onto the rims. We want gearbox, which we've done in a blue and steel black, but managed to keep a little bit of that performance red on there as well. Liking that one. In you go. Round to the other side for our starter, which we've just kept in that performance red. Looking very nice. And then if we just jump onto here for the drive shaft, we can get this piece in. And I've done that in full carbon, just so we can keep it all matched and looking very nice on there. There we go. That's all of that. Let's get this beast back down on the ground. We've got some windows to tint, so let's see what we can do with this today. Over you go over there. Let's get you all tinted and see. Oh, I should have closed the hood first. Let's do that. Otherwise, we can't even see what we're doing. Down you go. Let's get these windows tinted and see how we end up with this one today, because obviously the last few times it's not worked so well. So we'll crack on. 70. Can we go a bit higher? No, we'll keep it at 70 and we'll see what it looks like when we go inside the car. Then I just did everything at 70, didn't I? But that's fine. Left body window A, you can go up to 100%. Body window B, other way around, you know what I mean. You can go up to 100%. Rear window up to 100%. And then passenger window should be fine. Front left door. Weird. Right door. Trunk. I don't want to do anything on there anyway. Engine cover. I'll leave that as it is. Front bumper. Now, I don't particularly like these very much, so we'll see if I can take that out, which I can. That's looking good. Just in a bit of black on there, so we'll definitely use that. Rear bumper. I like them in the red anyway. We've got a few splashes of red. I don't want to do the headlights or the tail lights. Car part 6 is our little exhaust. We're leaving that. And that's it. So let's have a look. Let's jump inside quickly and see if that's too much. That's absolutely plenty on there. Still be able to see out all of them windows when we're racing a little bit later on. I think we could go a little bit darker. So let's maybe jump back into windshield. Let's go up to 80 and see what that looks like. We'll do the side windows as well. Up to 80. And the other side window up to 80. And see how that looks. If it's too dark, we'll just swap it back. That's fine. We're going to leave it like that. Slightly darker tint, which I quite like on there. And it looks good from the outside as well. There we go. That's all of that taken care of. Now, let's go and try and paint some rims. Now, I've already had a look at this. I've already had a little splash. We're going with the M4 GTS B rims. As you can see, I've already got tyres and everything set up. We're going for the B because the idea I have is a blue fascia with a steel black underneath. We know we can get the blue fascia with the B rims. The A rims paints the orange bits. The B rims paint the fascia bits. And the C rims paint the whole thing. But we want to try and get that back bit black. So we're going to go over to steel black on there. Excuse me. Get that front fascia blue and everything else black. Can we keep the BMW badges? No. We'll go on paint and material and mix. That's paint and material mix. That's a better colour combination. Obviously, these bolts will go blue on the car. So let's get them painted. Let's get them assembled and onto the BMW. Just balancing the last rim now, and then we can get these 2 remaining rims on the car. and see what they all look like together. So let's get you on at the back. ET of 15 at the back there. Let's do the sizes for you. So we've gone for the GTS B rims, so we can specifically paint them. 20-inch rims, both front and back, but it's 285 width at the rear with a 25 profile and an ET of 15 on there. On you go. Let's get up to the front and get this one on. This one, again, same rim, the GTS B, 20-inch, but it's 275 width instead of 285, 25 profile, and you only need ET of 5 at the front. All of that on, looking good. Let's take a step back and see what that all looks like. I like that. Let's go around to the side that's a bit lighter. That's looking good. What do you think? Do let me know in the comments below if you like them. Just got to get some liquids topped up, and then we can get this car outside in the sun before we dyno this beast, and then put it on the quarter-mile drag strip. Well, here we are then, all finished with the beautiful BMW M2 with the M Performance package on it. I say all finished. We're not quite finished. We got one thing left to do, and that's put a custom license plate on this bad boy. Off with that blank one we put on earlier, and let's get on our lovely M Sport plate. Looking good. Liking that back end as well. That looks absolutely stunning with a little bit of blue just poking out the bottom. Looking beautiful, but there she is now, all 100% finished. And I'll be honest, I was never really a big fan of these grills getting bigger and bigger. This one isn't too bad, and it fits quite well with all the massive aero we've got going on there. Looking fantastic. But let's jump inside and see what this beautiful i6 twin turbo engine sounds like. Nice little tick over there. Let's give it some gas. Oh, that's sounding mean at the top end, with a lovely bit of turbo whistle. My favourite sound in the game. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, and this one has got plenty of over rev on there. Absolutely beautiful. Loving the interior display, the full screen going all the way across. That is a widescreen monitor on there. Lots of carbon fibre accents. The interior looks beautiful. Excellent job to lit. But now let's get this one onto the dyno, see what its horsepower is, what its drag rating will be, and then let's get it onto the drag strip. On the dyno with the BMW M2 G87 with its i6 twin turbo engine pumping out 495 factory horsepower. How much have we added today with all of our performance parts and our ECU tuning? Let's have a look as we over rev this beast. A gain of 539 horsepower, 109%. Absolutely fantastic, bringing us over 1,000 horsepower, 1,034. Brilliant, we love that, with a drag rating of A 721. Not quite the top ends of that, but at least we shouldn't be up against only GT66s next time. We shall see. We'll get into that and have a look in just a moment. But before we do that, let's have a look at the gearbox tuning. I got stuck on the fan a little bit there. That's what we've gone for, 2.44 ratio. Quite a bit of editing on this one. Not really any of the gears, but I brought this all the way down, quite a way down. It started at 70 kilometers an hour in first gear. We've bumped it all the way up to 100. And I feel like this is the best tune we can get without, you know, spending hours fine-tuning each individual gear. We shall see if it's worked out in our advantage. Now, the ECU is fully tuned up to 16% and ready to go. Don't forget to check out the short just up here on how to do this perfectly every time. There's also a link in the description below, along with a link in the description below how to do the carburetors if you have them in your car. But anyway, enough of that. Time to get this M2 onto the drag strip and see what she can do. Time to see if our M Performance BMW can become king of the sands. Let's get into it. Quarter of a mile, A-class, obviously, and pay our 1,000 entry fee. Who have we got up against us today? Our first race is against the Pikes Peak Ford Fiesta. That's pretty insane. That might be a bit of a challenge. We've got Killer 9009 or Pi Newton in the Shelby Cobra Super Snake. Loving that one. Mietzi in the Mercedes-Benz W124. The Multis/VM Special Edition. Loving that. Skin Gravel in a Volkswagen Beetle Type 1 Carrera GT. And that looks to be about it. So let's just get on with our first race against a Pikes Peak Ford Fiesta. One hill climb car versus one street performance car. Who's going to take the victory here? Let's get in. Let's find out. Let's go. Come on, you beautiful little BMW. Off the line. Let's go into second. Into third in a second. There we go. And let's just keep this going across the finish line. We are in the lead and across the line. What have we got for our first run there? 9.678 at 247 kilometers an hour. That is my fastest time all day in all of practicing. I must have got the best launch ever. In fact, 0.066 reaction time is quite incredible. I'm very, very impressed with that one. Off goes the Pikes Peak Ford Fiesta. Let's get back and see who's next. Mietzi made it through, but sadly Pi did not. That Mercedes-Benz wide body that we did was absolutely fantastic. We'll have to see if we can come up against that one in the next round. But round 2 for us is the Dodge Charger SRT8 DTM. They both look pretty mean, sat on the start line. That Dodge looks wild, and I love it. But are we going to beat it with our M2? Let's get in. Let's go. Come on, you beautiful little beast. Beat the Dodge Charger. Beat the Dodge Charger. Into second. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Into third. Where's the Dodge behind us? Happy with that. Come on, you little beast. And across the line. What have we got for round 2? 9.734 at 247 kilometers an hour. Not quite as good as our first run, but we did still beat that Dodge Charger, which I'm very happy about. Pits us into round 3. Are we up against Mietzi? Did he make it through? Into the semi-final, and yes, we are up against Mietzi in that wide-body Mercedes-Benz. I'm hoping all of the body kit will be on there when we see it on the start line, because otherwise it'll be a little bit disappointing. But let's get on with it. We've got to try and win. Sadly, the body kit isn't on there, but we do love this lineup. We've got 2 very similar cars facing off against each other, obviously from 2 very different eras, but let's get in and try and win. Let's go. Come on, BMW, we can take this. Into second. Let's get into third. Come on. Into third. See where we are. We are in front of the Mercedes. Germany versus Germany. And across the line. What have we got for this run? Is it good? It's good, but it's not as good as our first run. 9.771 to the quarter of a mile with a top speed. Actually, our fastest top speed of the day at 248 kilometers an hour. Let's get into the final. See who we got and see if we can win this tournament. Billionaire mechanic versus billionaire superhero. Who's going to take the win in this round? The Batmobile, Arkham Knight, Wayne Mobile. We have beaten it before in other vehicles. We know it's not the super one, which came second on our old speeder board. But we're going to try and beat it today. So let's go. One car designed for chasing bad guys. One car designed for cruising down the Autobahn. Who's going to take the victory in a quarter-mile drag race? Only one way to find out. Come on, you beautiful BMW. We need to beat Batman. Into second. Let's go. Into third. Where's the Batmobile? It is behind us. Are we going to take the win? Yes. Yes, we are. And across the line, what have we got for our final run? 9.703 is in fact our second fastest run of the day at 247 kilometers an hour. Not quite beating our first run, so that's the one that will go on the speeder board. Let's get back. Let's collect our winnings and then get this one onto the speeder board and see if we can sell it on for a nice bit of profit. Love that little sound. Always means we've made some extra money. 11,250. And yes, we did take the victory on this drag tournament, which I'm very happy about. We seem to not have had much luck here recently. Sometimes it's my ability. Sometimes it's just the cars we're up against. But there we go. Victory for us. I'm very happy about that. Let's get back to the garage. The M2 coming in second place on the speeder board. Absolutely loving that. 1,034 horsepower with a quarter mile time. 9.678 and the top speed in that run at 247. We did manage to get a top speed of 248, but that's not how we do the speeder board here. 153 in miles per hour, and we now have 3 beautiful images down the bottom. The Panos in first, the M2 in second, and the RX4 in the third. So there we go. The updated speeder board looking fantastic. Well, there we go. All looking fantastic, all 100% complete, and coming in second place on our quarter of a mile speeder board. Absolutely fantastic. Let's talk facts and figures. We bought the car for 49,822 and could have sold it at a loss of 6,347, but we obviously didn't do that. We spent a further 85,237 upgrading, tuning and modifying, painting this car, and obviously getting it entered into that drag tournament, putting our total spend at 135,059. Can we make some money from this beautiful BMW? Let's get in and let's take a look. Only 13,444 kilometers on this vehicle. We managed to get it back on the road from its terrible accident, as we're calling it. Tuning that beautiful i6 engine from 495 to 1,034 horsepower. A gain of 109%. Stunning. Loving that one. But can we sell it on for a profit? We spent 135,059. And we can sell it for 168,052, making us a beautiful little profit of 32,993. Off you go, BMW. You were definitely a lot of fun. Link in the description below to grab this one on the Steam Workshop for yourself if you want to grab it. but ours is going to be sold. Off you go. And then what have we got coming up next? Well, you've all heard about the competition that we run on Discord. So next up is going to be my competition entry of the beautiful Salem Spectre Fastback. Lots of modifications done to this one. We're going to have a lot of fun making this look like something a little bit different, and I'm quite pleased with that. Let's get in and take a look. If I could find a spot. There we go. That will do. It is just the custom VM edition. This is going to be a show car, so we won't be drag racing this or anything like that. We did get it from the bad auction house because it is a total wreck, and we're going to be changing a lot. And it's in pretty bad condition, and I'm happy about that because we're going to be replacing a lot of it anyway. Did we get a good deal? No. Of course we didn't. It's us. I still way overpaid for it at 14,922 with a sale value of 10,772, losing out on 4,150 before we even begin. The engine in this one is the V8 Ford small block 289F, which is the front mounted engine, as opposed to I think it's the M, which is the mid mounted engine. Pumping out 361 horsepower. We will obviously still be tuning this one as much as we can, making it as high as we can, even though it's only going on the show car board. But there we go. That's what we're going to be working on next time, the beautiful custom Salem Spectre Fastback. And that's the end of today's video. I do hope you did enjoy it. If you did, leave a cheeky little like down below. Let me know what you thought of the BMW M2 in the comments. And are you excited for that beautiful Salem Spectre Fastback? I am. I think it's going to be absolutely epic. And I think you guys are going to like it. Now, you do still have time to enter the competition over on a Discord if you want to. Link in the description below. Go and check it out. Build a custom Salem Spectre Fastback. If you're on Steam, I do have a Steam key for the Rims DLC to give away. So do make sure you enter if you're after one of them. It's all a public vote. The winner is just the winner, but if the winner's on console, or is myself, or is someone that's already got the DLC, I will pass that key on to the next place. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day, whatever it is you're getting up to. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.